One of the first questions I get asked about this swap is, what oil pan did I use? Knowing the oil pan is just part of it. You need to know what LS adapter plates, what engine or motor mounts, and what frame mounts you're going to use. All three of those, plus the pan, tell you what works and what doesn't. Before you get started on that, obviously, the old junk's got to come out. Mine was the inline six. Just needed to come out, some things cleaned up, made the LS and the transmission together, and off we started. Now, there's some things that I had that in mind with this that I wasn't going to do, and some things that I wanted to keep. Was definitely not going to notch the frame. That's poor decision making. Was not going to raise the engine up. Bad idea. Drive line issues. Wasn't going to do it. I wanted to keep the power steering, drag link, all those things. So I tried three different pans on this: the truck pan, the CTSV pan, and the Canton oil pan. When you compare all three of those pans together, they're a little bit different. The truck pan's obviously a monster. The CTSV and the Canton pan are somewhat similar. They have some differences in them that'll make a big difference once we drop this in. So let's quickly talk about the truck pan. It's a disaster. If you got a four-wheel drive Chevelle, it's probably going to work really well. Hangs below the cross member, contact everywhere, lots of modifications needed. And I get lots of questions about the CTSV pan, of why it doesn't work, what's the issues with it. Everybody thinks it's the perfect fit, and it doesn't. The transition point on that pan from the front to the back to the sump hits in multiple locations. It just does not clear it. This would be an issue where you'd have to notch the cross member. You'd have to cut the pan up, start over. And now we come to the solution to the A body and the LS swap, and that's the Canton oil pan. Uh, Everywhere within this does it work. So mount it up, get a test fit in, and then start looking at the clearances. Tie rod ends clear perfectly. No issues with the drag length or either end, tie rod end lock to lock. Um, Good clearance, really nice wide gaps on those, give the suspension a little room to travel. Really good clearance between the pan and the cross member, doesn't hit anywhere. Both sides are good, easy access to everything. Doesn't hang below the engine or the cross member. Everything's just nice and tight. Really, really happy with this, especially on this motor, which is a stroker motor, and it's the only pan that's clearanced for that. Just an overall great solution. Easy swap, ready to roll. And as always, make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be back with another video soon.